YouTube channel, do so. Subscribe, like, share to your family, your friend, to know this amazing channel. So by the way, today I'm just chilling from my homeland here. I'm just sitting on the plastic chair. So actually I decided to do this live stream because it's a wrong time without doing it. So I said today, let me do it. At least to have a greet to my audience from wherever just watching this amazing channel. Know that you're just being blessed. You are very blessed for taking your time to be in this amazing channel, for supporting. But before I talk anything, yesterday I did a video. It was regarding about the village life and the station, the way it was for 2 days ago. So I tried to give you some update about the life in the village here, how things do. They're just going on, like, like we just been affected with hay, a lot of rain in our side here now. Like now, right now, you're just talking now here. It really rained in the morning. It's somehow cold here in my place, but we really thank God because of the healthy. So now here in our place, we have to protect ourselves by wearing heavy clothes. Like, like me, I'm planning to buy the gumboots because the season of rain, I don't want to be sick like I was being suffering with malaria. I don't want to go in the same scenario. So like here, I'm just cheering from my home. You can try to have a look. This is my bedroom. This is a place where I just stay for the survival. Like, if I want to get a sleep, this is the only place where I just have a sleep. If I want to do anything good, like, this is the place where I just come and chill and do what I feel to do. So actually, thank you so much for taking your time to be in this amazing YouTube channel. You have a very special place in my heart and in my YouTube channel. I do congrats to all my subscribers who have been patient for a long time, for taking your time being in this amazing channel. I'm really feeling proud of everyone just watching my channel, supporting me. Since I started the YouTube channel, I have never seen some like bad comments, some bad attitude toward me. Everyone almost who just comment to my YouTube channel, it really come with some positive vibes. So this is great. It means that even me, I'm doing something great, something amazing. So I'm not here to hurt anybody, but I'm here to have fun, to have advice to each other, to encourage each other, and to call it life. So life is about daily basis things that are just taking like place to you know to our life. That's life. I have just repeated the word explained to another word. So thank you so much. I'm seeing 5 people watching here. This is amazing. Thank you so much for taking your time being here. So actually, it's good to know where you're watching this live stream from. I want to feel very great to know wherever you're just watching live stream from. I want to give an update. In the village here now is somewhat cold. It's too much of rain. Like today it really rained. So I don't know about your place. Tell us, is it your place sunny? How is your day going there? How is the climate? How is the weather? So it's good to know. But in my place here is very cold now because of the too much of rain in the village here. Like if you never watched my video for yesterday, go back and watch it. It was very amazing. I tried to explain about the hay, the way it really affected most of the plant that was being affected. Banana, mango trees, even our orange tree, they gotten affected because some of them folded down. Cassava, they really been affected. Even birds, some of the birds died in the village here. So it was very strong line of hay that I have ever seen. Like it came like a wonder to me. Oh, Kelvin, thank you so much. Good to see you. Blessing to the crops and to you, Sir Chris. Thank you so much, Kelvin. Thank you for the love. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. Kelvin, okay, I have already read your message. Thank you so much. How is your day going? How is the weather in your place where you are? Give me an update at least to know how is everything taking place in your place where you are. Like I have tried to explain to me, how here is somehow cold. It's too much of rain. Is it your place sunny? Is it night? How's your day going? So if you have any question that you can just ask me here, like Chris Muniko. I am here to explain to you and to tell you more details about the village, about me, and how my life it is current now and the previous, the way I just grown, everything. I like giving such kind of the stories. Like, let me give you the secret I have a story to tell about the life village, about the life in the village. Like yesterday I was just talking with my mom. We tried to have some discussion about the life, the way it was at the past until now. So we tried to compare the life, the way it was at the past and now. So stay tuned, continue watching. You're going to get those some nice stories about the life of the past and until now. So I will just share with you here some stories, some few stories that they're really being amazing, and was some that are really being shocking. Like, I would explain to you everything. So some people, they really watch my place here daily basis in my videos. They really wonder if the place was like this way. The place, it was not like this way. The way we're just talking now, I can give you some small hints or some small details about Chris Muniko. By the way, I'm a villager boy. I've been raised in a village. My country is just Kenya. I'm from Migori County. My tribe, I'm a Kuria tribe. But I came from the Bantu community. I'm a Bantu. So Bantu is the very largest group of people in Kenya and almost East Africa. There's a very large, there are some in Uganda, some in Tanzania, some in Kenya. So we really occupied around East Africa. So like the way you really see me here, I'm a original Bantu. So the name Muniko, I really inherited from my grandparents. So my grandparents was a very let me give even the meaning of Muniko. You know, some people, they don't know even the meaning of Muniko. So today I'm right here to give you the meaning of the word Muniko. The word Muniko, it really means aspire. The person who was really aspire was really liking doing some farming, doing cattle keeping. So it's a very great name. Muniko is a very famous name, and it has a lot of meaning. So I think you got on what I'm just talking about. Don Muita, hello brother. Thank you for being here, my brother Don. I hope you're just doing amazing from wherever you are. So that is it. So I know some people, they don't know well about me. Like Dan, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate your love. Always welcome. Chris, good. Thank you so much. I think you are just telling me good about the weather condition in your place. Like mine here is not somehow good. It is good, but not somehow good. You are trying to make it to be good. So what I was trying to give you is about me. Like I'll tell you, I'm just been raised in a village. I grown up in the village, and I really know more about the village life more than anything, because the life that I've just been staying or just been living is about the village life. So people, they really think maybe Chris, I went in my high school in the village, My high school, I went in a town by the way called Kisumu, in the one of the school called the Makasembo in Siaya. So that's the one of the school near the school called Tuju. So we really shared together, but I really thank God because of that's the first place that I have ever gone because of the education, and I really thank God for this amazing moment. Like Dan, thank you, Don. Are you doing? What's the weather in your place where you are? You are not. Are you at home, bro? I hope you are just at home, but it's a long time without seeing you. Like it was almost a month without seeing each other. But I hope wherever you are, you're just doing amazing. Me too here, I'm just doing great. I'm doing very well. So tell me, what's the weather condition in your place? How things are just going? So I was trying to explain about me, like the way I just gotten this name called Muniko. Muniko is my grandpa name, and I did explain from the previous. If maybe you came late, you'll just go back and watch the video. You'll get more details about Chris Muniko, what's the meaning of Muniko, and the way he gotten the name Muniko. So that is it. So I was trying to tell you, like Kuria is just surrounded with the 3 communities. We are just surrounded with the Kisi people, Ruos, and Masai. So those are three communities that really surrounding Kurians people. So Kuria is a tribe that is just in Tanzania and Kenya, but the big part of Kuria is just in Tanzania. So the small portion of Kurians people is that in Kenya. So that's why you see we are just mixture. Like Kurian people, we are just sharing one county with Luo's people. Like my tribe, we are just sharing one county with Luo's people because the number of us, like in Kenya, it's very small. That's why I don't have a count. I think I've gotten it very clear. The weather is good, although it's swim to rain. Okay, that's good. That's good, bro. I think I've gotten everything about that. So this Kuria are the let me tell you the function and the works of Kuria, the way we just founded ourselves being in this place. Kuria people, they really came from one of the forest, uh, is bamboo forest. Yeah, bamboo forest. We came from bamboo forest, then we located in this place. It is about Kuri and Kisi. So like my tribe with Kisi people, we are just almost the same. Even the pronunciation of some words, they really mean the same thing, but some and few of them, they just mean in different way. So that is it. So like Kulians people, the work of Kulians people, like we really know the people that really know Kulians like hunters. Kuria, they are just hunters people. They are just farmers. They really like doing farming and hunting. That's the main work of the Kurians, and keeping of wild animals, wild like cattle and sheep and goats. So that's the main activity that Kurians people they really did. And some of them they did about trade, traveling for a long distance for going to sell some goods like goats, sheep, and whatever. Like cattle keeping, it was very hard because some people they could just like our grandparents they could just walk for a long distance to go and found the borehole to make sure the goats and the cows at least they get some water to drink because at the past was no any borehole like around my village here, so they could just walk for a long distance. And the way you really see like people that are trying to show you like Nyabohansi, whatever around this place, most of the places were very like I can say it was just big bushes that was being surrounded everywhere. But life changes. At least people they try to do some cleaning of the bushes. Like my homeland here, the way you're just seeing it, like uh 2010 we tried to do some cleanness of the bushes. We just removed some bushes because of the farming activities, because you could just do some cleaning of the bushes at least to get the place where to do what, to start doing some farming activities. So bushes, it was the place where wild animal they could just do hide inside. Like in the place here, like my homeland, we really like seeing some of the animal. Agnes Nya Ndoro. Hello, hello, thank you for coming. So like animal like let me say, hey, is it a rabbit? So we really did the hunting of rabbits in the village here. So that's why when I remember that time when there was too much of the forest, some of the rabbits they could just hide inside of the bushes. Then we just did some hunting. We really hunting them with some arrows. We just made some sharp arrows using some nails. Then we just did some hunting of it. Even the way I'm just talking here, my dad was the best hunter. He didn't know how to hunt because he knew how to learn. Like 100 meter, my dad was best for it. So he knew how to hunt, and other people around the community here. So other thing that the way I've told is about farming activities still taking place in Tanzania's people in my place here. So like Tanzania's people, they really like doing that hunting. They still do hunting. They still do animal keeping, like cattle keeping, like the way I'm just talking now, and doing so more farming. Like most of the Koreans, like the more of the food that's just coming from Tanzania heading to Nairobi or coming to our country here, Kenya, it came from Tanzania. and it just come from Kulian's people, most of it. And even cows, they just come from Tanzania heading to Nairobi. Most of them, they did just come from Kuria and Masai, because Masai were just somehow similar with them, but the culture is somehow differ. It really differ somehow, but it's almost the same. You know, Masai, they still do about cattle keeping, and we did it, and we're still doing it. Masai, are best hunters, they're still doing it, and even our community like Kulians people, they still do it. They do about farming, but it's not too much like us. But farming is very famous to us. Masai, they don't do most farming like us. They don't do. What they do is about hand keeping. They just like doing hand keeping. So they just invest in what they just do about is about hand keeping. So if you want to get honey, if you go to Masai land, there are very many honey there than us here, because they know how to make those the houses of the bees. I hope you have just gotten some 2 or 3 things from this video. So I know you're gonna enjoy it. So if you've never subscribed, make sure you give a like. You subscribe here to your brother Chris Muniko. I hope everything is going very smoothly. Agnes, hello, welcome. Welcome to this live stream. Oh, Agnes Nyandoro. Where are you watching this live stream from, Agnes? I hope you're just enjoying it. And if it's the first time, make sure you just subscribe, Agnes. You really enjoy more. So like the way I was trying to tell you, like in my place here, most of the places were bushes. Even now, this place where I'm just talking from, where we are just did some construction of the houses. This place was still bushes, but because of life changes, we did some cleanness of the bushes. We cleared the bushes. I remember at the past, there was a lot of snakes in my place here, like my homeland here, because of too much of grasses. Because what you really know, the place where it's just bush, there's a lot of grasses that are just growing there. So like my homeland here, I remember like 10 years ago, there was a lot of grasses everywhere. So snakes, they could just hide inside of the grasses very easily. But nowadays, such kind of the thing, even meeting the snake is very rare. It's not like the past. Like at the past, we could never fear the snake. But what we could just do, you must walk on just very keen. Because snakes have a very bad poison. Like when it just bite you, you got a poison. You just be poisoned. But that's how the life it went. So things are really changing. Like I remember during that time, like you know, I really like doing photography and other things most of, but I'm really like doing photography, and I'm still doing photography. I know some people, they never see me doing like photography, but that's my career. That's what I'm just doing now for the living, and I really thankful the person who really supported me to do this, because it was something in my heart and I really love it. So let me give you a small story about the photographic thing, like the way it was in the village here. So at the past, like 5 years ago, the photo shooting it was very fun in the village here. So like you could just found is only one photographer around all of the village, is only one photographer having a very small camera. So and having a what you call a bicycle. So he could just walk, he could just go around the homes with the bicycles, with the camera. But if even getting a photo, it was not very easy because it was somehow expensive. People who could just afford about photographic or being snapped with a camera, only rich people, only rich families. So and rich families in near my homeland here, like there could just be 3 to 2. Only the time that we could just benefit about getting some good photos, like, and it was just black and white. Some of the photos, black and white. So only some people that we could just benefit is about rich people. I think you got on that point. And how we could just benefit, like people that we came from poor background. The only way we could just benefit is about the Christmas day, New Year day. That's the only day we could just benefit by getting some photos. So that person, you could just walk around the homes. You can just even take, like traveling with a bicycle around the village is very difficult. So you could just come and make appointment. Like tomorrow maybe it's a Christmas day. So he just pass to the homes. Then he collect money. Do you really get that picture very clear? You collect the money. So like if you came to my home here and they have like 20 bob shillings, I give, even it's not a half of the dollar. You give the guy, then he write down the name. Then you go to another home. He collects. So if you feel like he's tired, now he do what? You go. Then he will just come tomorrow for doing what? Taking photography for the Christmas day. So you must make sure that you're just around the home, because if you'll just miss, he will never return the money. When you have collected the money, no returning of the money. So it is just you to be alert, to be around the home. This greeting, even buying one cloth, it was very difficult. So if you have a best cloth that you bought even for like maybe a half of the dollar, you just make sure that it's just very clean, you dress it very well, then you're just waiting for the photographer to come. So the photographer could just walk around the community like maybe 4 hours making the photos. And some of the photo, he could just come and film you, like you're seeing the photo is just good, and he go. So when you go, sometimes he can just come and tell you like your photo, it never came to be good because the negative, I don't know, it was something small. We really call it a negative, a small thing that we could just give you after taking the photo. You call it negative. We could just tell you that you are negative. It was having some error because of too much of sunny and something like that. Remember, no money could be just be returned. So life, it was very hard, very hard. And that person could just squat down, like you can't imagine. Kneeling down for a distance, telling you like that way, stop, stand upright, you're just shaking your head, doing what? So that's the life, but everything's just going very well. Crystal, thank you for coming. I hope you're just doing amazing. So that's the life. Life is about improvement. But that person, but could really, he really made a lot of money. He really made a lot of money, but it was very difficult work. It was very hard work. So it was like that way. Can you imagine? Very small camera and he give you something, call it negative. Then when you see that negative, you know that you have a picture. Even going to watch that negative, it was not very easy. So it could just make even maybe 1,000 of the picture, then to go and wash it. You cannot wash one pic because when to wash it was a distance. You could just go to Migori, let me say like 20 kilometers going to wash the one pic. So it could not happen. Maybe he take around, even you could just wait a pic almost like 4 months waiting one pic. 4 months waiting a pic to come. It was the life. Life is really changing. Doing well. Pray you are too. Thank you so much. I'm doing amazing. I'm very great. So that's the life. Imagine 4 months of waiting for the pic, and sometimes you'll never get your pic. Like the way I've been telling my people, like in the village here, eating mandazi was not very easy. It's somehow very difficult. It was. So most of the time that you could just benefit by eating mandazi is only the Christmas day. Mandazi, some of people they really know it's like some small. It look like a small cake. So eating such kind of the thing is could not. It could just be only the Christmas day that you could just take it. And even some homes eating meats. But the good thing about eating meats, that the reason why we just eated a lot of meats in the village here, because most of the homes they really liking doing what you call cattle keeping. That's why most of the people they could just do some slaughtering of the hens, goats, then they just eat. Like the way I grown up when I was young, my parents, like mom and dad, even my big brothers, they really like doing what we call hen keeping. So they really counted like when you are just a boy, you must have something to inherit. You must have a goat, a hen, or a cow to make sure to if you do such kind of the things, they say like you have a future. You know what you're just doing like a man. So that's the life the way it was. So like me, when I was young, I bought some three hens when I was like 12 years. I bought three hens And the way, if I can give you the story where I make it to get those two hands, it's very wrong story. I was really liking doing what you call charcoal burning. I taught myself how to burn charcoals, so I could just go and found where is a big tree. Then I make sure that I remove that how can I call it, the tree that the remaining of the tree that they play the how can I call it, that's remain down for the ground. It have some roots, so you cut the roots and you remove it. Then that's how it is. And it was, so I was just doing such kind of the thing. I take the jembe, I take the panga, I go and try to remove the roots and everything. I dig down, I dig around of it, I remove everything, I remove the soil. Then I collect together, I make the I just burn them. Then I got charcoal, then I go to sell. Greeting Chris, long time. Thank you so much. I hope I'm just doing amazing. Effie, I hope I'm just doing amazing wherever you are. Me too, long time. I've just missed you. I hope I'm just doing amazing wherever you are. So I tried to make the charcoal like that way. So after making the charcoal, so I could just sell them. I could just take them to the market to go and sell. Even going to the market, you could just work for 3 hours or 5 hours, having the charcoal on the head or on the back of the shoulder, taking them to the market to go and find the rich people to sell to them those charcoals. So that's how the life it was. At least nowadays things are really changing. So we could just work like 5 to damn days. Okay, Don. My daughter is in your village. Who is that? I don't know. Welcome, Efi. Oh, thank you. So that's how the life it. I don't know that person. Maybe you can just tell me. That's how the life it was. So I could just walk like 4 hours going to the market to found the rich people to sell to them charcoals. So the life it was like that way. Then we tried to push, to push, to push, to push. At least nowadays things are just changing. Like I remember another thing that I did in my homeland here. It was about, I really like doing some fishing activities. I really like doing some fishing because I trained myself. Then I found my big brothers doing that fishing. So they really taught us how to do some fishing so we could make the rockle hooks. You found the you found a stone that is somehow good for sharpening of the hook or sharpening of the metal. You sharpen it, it comes sharp. Then you it's very, I remember, I think one day I'm gonna do this. Then you sharpen it very when it's just sharp. You make it to be to look like the hook that's being selling in the market. Then you go to do what? To do some fishing. So can you imagine like that life? You make a natural hook. I know how to make it. So some people they can think maybe Chris just lying here, but I'm telling the reality, the way the life it was. So you could just go to school, then you think about how you're going to do some fishing, because that's the part of the living it was in the village here. So the parent they really sometimes the parent they could just depend about those fishes. So if you come from the school, if you don't have anything to do, it's better you go to do some fishing. If you're not going for fishing, you have to go and look for kettles, look after animals. So if you're not going to look after animals, you could just take the jembe, you go to farm to do some digging. We have been trained like that way. You are running on my device, Chris. I have the start work. Okay, if you hello, how are you doing? Okay, done good. This is amazing. Don Wita is a YouTuber. Please go and check him out. And Don Desi is a YouTuber. Go and check him out. They're just doing amazing work. So the life it was like that way. So we could just even walk like almost 4 hours going to find the water for drinking. I don't know if you're just getting what I'm trying to give you. Water for drinking. We could just walk like 4 hours, and you can't go around. You go for a group because most of the places were bushes. You could just find, like ladies, they really feared some baboons, some how would we call them? Snakes. So wild animals. I'm talking about the wild animals. So most of the ladies they could just fear. So if they are going like 5 ladies, they must have 2 boys inside of that group. when they're going to fetch water. If they're going for collecting of the firewood, most of the place where we went for collecting the firewood, it could just be in a big hill, like maybe across to the big hill, a big stone where it's somehow scattered with a lot of bushes. Then that's the place where we could just find some good uh, firewood. So we could just walk in a group. If there's like 6 ladies, must be 3 or 4 boys inside of that group, because ladies they could just fear. So boys we just been counted like in the village like security. That's the role of the boys, which was boys who are being giving a very nice security during that time. But nowadays, girls they have more courage than boys. Can you try to imagine? Life is really changing, man. The life is really changing. That time, even being circumcised. Let me give you a story about being circumcised. When you're just being circumcised in a local way, you go to the person who's doing that work. When you meet with girls, they must greet you by, hey, they're just escorting. You must escort when you're just greeting a boy. You greet by escorting. So that was a respect, like boys were just being given. And after being circumcised, our parents could just count like you are just adult, so you can just take care of everything. If even they live for you at home, you can just feed your young brothers, your sisters. You can take a role of a man in the home. Like you can be serious security. You know what you're just doing. So that time, even our parents could just give us an interview. They could just try even to do some traveling. They travel, they leave us at home. They want to see if you can just take care of ourselves. If you're just being circumcised, I think you're just getting this very clear. So that's how they really measured our strength. So they could just even travel to Tanzania, they leave us at home. So we try to fight like men. So if you are seeing something's not going well, like our big brother tell me, Chris, go down there, make sure you go and correct the firewood. Then you bring in the house. I go for correcting the firewood. Then another one tell you, go down there, go and cut the maize, come with them. Then we do some cooking here. You go and cut the maize, we come and prepare the dairy, then we eat. So that's how the life it was. You can try to imagine the way it was. Very amazing, very admirable, by the way. It was very amazing. But I'm very proud of the life that I saw my big brothers. Like me, I never lived in. I don't have a very great experience about it, but at least I have the experience. But it's not very great like our firstborn, secondborn, our thirdborn. Those that they really experienced that out. Like them going to school without shoes on the legs. It was like normal. They're really telling me like having a shoes on the leg, it would just take, let me say, like almost 6 months to get our shoes on you, to put it on your leg. And when your parent bought for you a shoes, you must take care of that shoes. You must protect it. You really wash the shoes, because it was very difficult to have that shoes. It was very rare a parent to buy for you a shoes. Like the way I'm talking now here, my brothers went to school without shoes. Even me, I went to school without shoes on my leg. But the life would really change. Nowadays, I can't walk without shoes on my leg. People, they can see me like I'm mad. They can see me like I'm mad. But that life, that I think there's a home that I saw. They're just living the same way. But I'm not proud. I'm not feeling good. One day I'm gonna do something to them. I don't feel good. I feel that life that I really struggled with it, the life that I came from. So even seeing us here, like villagers boy, people from the village, is something great. We really thank God. Even talking to audience from abroad, uh, having friends from around the world, this is something great. It make me to know that I'm really human being like others. Make me to be very proud of everyone that's really supporting me being this amazing. Like the way I'm talking now, imagine a villager boy. I have ambition. I have a dream to travel to US. I have a dream to go to go to other countries. So can you see the way it's just amazing? The way it's gonna be very sweet to me. I want to enjoy the life. I want to experience the life about other people, the way they're just living. I want to compare the life that we lived in the past with other people, the way they're just living. That's what I'm just planning about my life. The life that I lived, it was somehow sweet, but it was not admirable. I think you're just getting me very well. Even you could just go to school, you come back home, no food. Maybe you eat sometimes, you eat guavas or mangoes, then you go back to school. Or you get a tea, a milk tea, no sugar inside. But you really drink it seriously, then you enjoy. But the really thing that I really think that time, being sick was very difficult. It's not like nowadays. I don't know why people nowadays they're just coming sick, sick. Like that life, the past life, the way I was just understanding people dying, it was very rare. It's not like nowadays. It was very rare because you just found very old grandparents around the community greeting us, giving stories to us. So we really enjoyed. Like I remember there's one of the grandparent was just around my community here. The name was just called Nyamuhongora. We really love that person, that grandparent. We could just meet with us, doing to us jokes, telling us, I'm still a kid because I don't have teeth in my mouth. That's why you're just seeing me here. I want to grow now to be an adult person like you. So he really liked doing jokes with us. Then he tried to give us some advice how to live. It was very amazing. It was very interesting. Like if I've never subscribed, remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. You'll really enjoy more. You're going to experience the life and you're going to learn about African village life from this amazing YouTube channel. If you have never subscribed those source, make sure you subscribe. Then you give a like to this video and you can share to your brother, your sister, at least to have this story. If you have never came about this story of Africans, like my community, the way we just lived and the way we're just living now. Like the way I'm talking now here, I have a lot of things to do. Like I'm planning to do some videos daily basis. I'm planning about traveling. I really have a lot of plans, but I really thank God for keeping me being healthy. I really hope that whatever I'm just thinking about is gonna happen in the name of Jesus, in the name of the our might God, the one who created us. I really hope so. It's gonna happen, and I believe it in Jesus' name. So if you are my big supporter, can continue supporting me, continue waiting me like Chris Muniko. If sometimes I don't have upload a video, I have not told you to unsubscribe. Like I'm just going. I'm still here, and I will just be here for you to give you some nice stories, updating you about the life and everything that's going on here. I have a lot of stories. I have a lot of things to show you in this amazing YouTube channel. So like the way I've told you, like the life, the way it was, that's the way the life it was, and I will still give you more details, more updates. May God grant you what you heart desire. Thank you so much. Grant you. Okay, thank you so much. If you don't want to miss any of the content coming from Chris, please remember to put your notification. Thank you so much. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you for the good work. So that is it. So big shout out to you, like my subscriber. I do love you so much. So I don't want to talk much. Like I'm seeing my videos almost 40 minutes. I don't want to talk much. So I'm gonna continue to give you some nice story from the village here, to give you some nice update. One day I'm gonna create the time to have some my parents, my guardians, to give you a story about their life, the way it was. I'm gonna do some interview video to interview them, to ask them the questions, the way their life it was. If I'm just lying, we just know in the coming video. I'm gonna try to arrange that, at least to give those my elder people to give us the story about the life, the way it was. Even my big brother, I'm gonna arrange one of with my big brother, my uncle, to give us an amazing story. You could just get a lot of story, but some of them they don't know how to speak English. Some of them are parents. Like my mom, if you could just speak English, wow, you could never stop enjoying this video. But I'm really trying to plan about it, and maybe one day I'm gonna have a stole interview with my mom. Like I wanna make a story in this live stream, like in a live stream or in a video. Then I'll try to do some transaction. I will try to do some explanation to you. I will have to see my God by attending my meeting. My God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that is it. Big shout out to all of my subscribers. May God keep you healthy. May God give you time again to come back to watch this amazing video. If you never watched my video of yesterday, make sure you go there and watch. You'll really enjoy it. Okay, me too, I'm just going. I want to end the video here. If you have never subscribed, never make sure that you really subscribe, you give a like, and you share to your family, even a friend. I think you're gonna just enjoy this live stream and my videos from the village here. So let me say bye to everyone who is just watching this live stream. I really love you all. Bye from the village here. Big shout out to my audience. Bye from Chris Muniko. One love.